the Democrats and Republicans, they don't give a shit about you. I don't know why, still to this day, after all the elections that I've been alive for, people still believe that there's a politician up there. Like, we'll just take Hillary Clinton, for example. People still believe that Hillary Clinton is looking out for them. Let me give you a little scenario real quick. All the stuff that just happened to Hillary Clinton, the Benghazi thing, the email thing, all the lies that she's done, blah blah blah. Let's just take the email thing. Let's take the email thing. That's all we really need. We'll take the email thing. If you had done what Hillary Clinton did, and let's just say the media picked up on it. Let's say they made it part of the election. You know, they cherry pick these little stories just so we can watch the candidates up there and argue and bicker and talk about what we need to do to fix, like the cop thing that we're doing right now. You know, they just cherry pick stories as we go. So say they cherry pick that story about somebody who did everything that Hillary Clinton did and then got away with it, like found not guilty, and they picked that as one of their stories to talk about the election year. Both candidates up there would be standing there. Both candidates would make that part of their platform of, when I get into office, I guarantee you nothing like that will ever happen again. Ever. We will make sure that when those people get prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law, they're endangering U.S. citizens and blah, blah, blah. That's all you would hear from them. That's it. And y'all all know it's true. But I get on Facebook and I watch all these people defend Hillary Clinton. Why? She would defend you. She would make it a point in her platform to lock you up. She'd talk shit about you the entire time. But here y'all are blindly, just because she's a Democrat. That's the only thing it has to do with. If she was running as an independent, nobody would even talk about her. Nobody would defend her. They'd all look at her and go, she's a complete liar. She should be in jail. I can't believe it. How is she even running for the president of the United States? But because she's running on the Democratic ticket, everybody defends her. Because we just blindly vote Democrat and Republican. I mean, I have to laugh at it, because if not, I'd wake up every morning and I'd cry. So I laugh a lot at all of this that goes on. It's gotten to the point that I'm getting real angry, and it's getting harder and harder every day to laugh at this stuff. She would make it a point to lock you up. Y'all defend her. Y'all defend her till the day you die. You'll defend her, and you're gonna vote for her, which just completely blows my mind. I understand that the two people we have standing up here are not the greatest choices in the world for most people. I'm gonna tell you one thing. I have been following Donald Trump for 10 years. And most small business owners, if you have not been following Trump, if you do not listen to every word he says, if you do not, the Art of the Deal book, if you have not read that, I don't know what you're doing with your life. I don't know why success seems to be something that you don't strive for. Because this guy, when it comes to business, is a genius. Okay, he took $1 million loan, and everybody looks at it like, oh my God. Oh, look at him, he's so bad. Oh, it took a measly $1 million loan. Yeah, it's a lot of money to us. It's not a lot of money to him. He took that $1 million, he turned it into billions. I'd make any one of you a deal right now. I'll give you $1 million. You can't spend a dime of it. You can't keep it unless you turn it into $1 billion. Let's see how many of y'all turn that into $1 billion. He's a genius. What he does is business. And what this country is a business. If you don't think this country is a business, I don't know what you think we're running over here. This country is a business, and everyone's lives, the American public lives, depend on this business running as smoothly as it possibly can. And it's not running smoothly as possibly as it can. It's worse than my business, which is pretty sad. I mean, I've gotten myself in some pretty good debt. I ain't got nothing on the country. I blow money that I probably shouldn't be blowing, but they don't just blow their money, they blow our money. Social Security. Social Security, they come up with this great idea a long time ago. Hey, we're going to force y'all to pay a tax, all right? But it's cool because, you know, at the end of your life, when you hit 65, 64, whatever it is, you get to draw on it. So we're going to help out the elderly with this Social Security thing. All right, cool. I mean, you don't have an option. You're going to pay your Social Security tax. Don't pay your Social Security tax, see what happens to you. You're going to pay your Social Security tax. So they force us into a retirement. Okay. I mean, there could be worse things. I tell you what the worst thing could be. They're blowing it. They're spending our money. And no one's holding them accountable. Like 3 people got a problem with it, and all they did was label them as conspiracy theorists, and they all go away. That's the greatest word ever invented. Conspiracy theorists. Every time somebody talks, I'll probably be labeled a conspiracy theorist. Every time somebody talks truth about the government, about what they're doing and what, the things that they're robbing from us and stealing from us and all the corruption that happens in the government and blah, 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 they just label conspiracy theorists and everybody moves on. Nobody even bothers to listen to them anymore. We just move on with our lives, and we go back to arguing about police brutality. I'm gonna tell you what, if police brutality was our #1 issue in this country, I'd wake up with a smile on my face every day. It'd be the greatest country ever to live in if that was our #1 concern. I'd love to get there. I'd love to get to a conversation about police brutality. Last year, the Confederate flag. I'd love to get to a conversation about Confederate flag. I'd love to have these conversations. I can't have these conversations because they're so far down on the list of shit that needs to be talked about right now, that needs to be fixed right now, that I can't even fathom how do you wake up every day and make this your #1 issue? Meanwhile, you're living in the trailer park, you're living in the ghetto, you're on food stamps, you're on welfare. And look, I'm not talking shit about anybody that's on welfare and food stamps or any of that. I know why you're on it. You're on it because of the top 1%. They came up with that crap to control us. You're on welfare and food stamps, and I have to believe that the majority of you, and I would say probably 90% of you that are on it, would like to get off of it. You don't want to live on the system for the rest of your life, but what are you going to do? Are you going to go work for Walmart? Are you going to go make minimum wage? You're going to hit that 40 hours a week, and then what's going to happen to you? Now you're making just enough to not qualify for food stamps or welfare, but you're worse off now than you were when the government was just handing it to you. What kind of sense does that make? What motivation does that give you to go get a job? If somebody was giving me money every single month, it was like, hey, you want to go work? Actually make your own money and not be able to pay your bills? No thanks, man. I'm good. I'm just going to hang out here. Like, why? Why would I wake up, go work for a living, and then not be able to pay my bills when I can just hang back? The government's just going to give it to me. It's a trap. They've trapped us all. We're all at the poverty line. You're either part of the 1% or you're poor. There is no in between anymore. Sure, there's a guy here and there that makes $200,000 a year and he's enjoying life. And if you're one of those people, then I'm not speaking to you. I already know who you're voting for. You can go ahead and X off the video. I know who you're voting for. It really doesn't even matter who you're voting for because you represent such a small percentage of the population that it's completely irrelevant who you vote for. Well, if you're somebody like me who does suffer from this disease called common sense, we really need to get the word out so we can get this solved. Share the video, like the video, comment below if you're one of the people who do not suffer from this disease. Comment below, maybe I can help you and explain it. I don't know, give it a shot. Thanks for watching.